Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. Joe here with Twofold Gun and Armory, and today's New Year's Eve. So from the bottom of my heart, I just wanted to say from me, my family, Twofold Gun and Armory, I want to wish you a very happy New Year. I hope 2026 is peaceful and prosper for each and every one of you, and that the entire world's blessings land on your doorstep. Um, New Year's is a time of not only reflection, but planning. And so I wanted to make this video to kind of talk about some of the highlights and transitional moving pieces that I saw in 2025, both from a business owner to a father, etc. And also what I'm looking forward to most in 2026. So, with that being said, if you have a resolution for this new year, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. Whether it's something personal like shaving off a couple of pounds, excuse me, or whether it's buying your dream pew pew. Let me know if you want to share that. That'd be super rad. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Whether or not you have the alerts on when I post something, it makes no difference to me. Your subscription means the world, and it really helps me grow as a channel and bring more content to you, however you watch. So, with that being said, I'll try to keep this as short as I can. I'll try to keep the ums to a minimum. A lot of times when I'm thinking, I'll get sidetracked and then they'll just come out. But that's besides the point. So maybe that could be one of my New Year's resolutions. But we'll see. So 2025. First things first. It was a very transitional year for me. Like I said, I came to the realization that I'm not going to be able to be a bartender forever. And furthermore, bartending is, while it's fun, while I make great money, while I meet new people and connect with new people in every walk of life, every single day, and every day is different, there's nothing that I'm going to be able to pass down to my kid, kid currently. Whenever I'm old and gray, and I pass on to whatever green pasture that they bury me in. So I started looking at options for an exit plan, an escape plan out of bartending and into something that I can pass down. One of the things that I always fall back on is firearms. I grew up around them. My dad's an avid owner. A lot of my family, most of my family has served in the military in some aspect, in and out of combat, and it's just always been something that I've been passionate about. So I started looking into teaching. Well, maybe I can make a few bucks teaching somebody how to, hit a 9 instead of an 8, and make a few dollars extra on the side. And so I started looking into vocational rehab through the VA to get my instructor certs, so that way I can teach and have a class and have I guess something bona fide on paper that would encourage people to trust me with teaching them. And through certain reasons that I'll get into, one off if you'd like to know, that did not happen. That was not allowed. And so the voc rehab counselor that I was assigned to happened to be a Marine himself. And he was like, look, Devil, I see here that you got um, some time left on your GI Bill. There's this school over here that you can get signed up for this class in smithing and this certificate in smithing, and you can use your GI Bill benefits for housing allowance to get those instructor certs and kind of circumnavigate it and do it that way and end up with the same result. So I said, game on, let's do it. And I rolled with it. So January, I enrolled in the Certificate of Gunsmithing at Sonoran Desert Institute. And it quickly took off from there. And by that, I mean, it went from just wanting to get my instructor certs to maybe not, if I can make a living smithing, maybe not do that, do the instructor thing. I don't think I would have enough time. That's another thing, with growing up and taking care of a household and having kids that are about to be teenagers, and whatnot. There's not a lot of time left in the day after a normal 9 to 5. So kind of moved away from the certificate, the instructor aspect of it, and kind of rolled into smithing. And then about a month after that, it evolved into, hey, like, I kind of want to own a gun store and I kind of want to own a range. Maybe I should just focus on getting all the paperwork done and getting everything ready to open up a store and start selling, and then do some smithing on the side. So it kind of evolved and then evolved again and then evolved again, and then that's where I'm at. So I put in my application for my FFL after I had set up my LLC through the state, and got officially recognized as Two-Full Gun and Armory. Set up my business banking account and sent off all the stuff for my FFL. My FFL took a few months to be approved. I had my final interview in June of this year, and then I got the paper copy in the mail July 1st. July 1st, I officially opened up the doors, or announced that I was opening up the doors. I officially opened up the doors on July 4th with a grand opening raffle. I sold off a Henry survival rifle. It's one of my favorite breakdown rifles, and is good for every occasion, in my opinion. So that was pretty fun. That raffle was super successful. I started working on a second raffle almost right away after that one. I think I actually used some of the proceeds from that raffle to build the second raffle. And then, further money out of my pocket, but that's besides the point. Second raffle was built, far less successful than I'd liked it to be. Tickets are still for sale. If you're interested, drop a comment. Head on over to at Two-Full Gun and Armory on Instagram. Shoot me a DM there, and I can let you know the details. But I wanted to challenge myself with a second raffle and build something from scratch, and I thought it came out very, very well. And by all accounts, it did. But I got a lot of feedback that it just wasn't practical. And so the tickets haven't been flying off the shelf like the first one, which is okay, because eventually they will sell, and eventually the raffle will be drawn, and somebody will win. There are 163 tickets left, I believe. So they are selling. It's just a lot slower than I think I sold through 125 tickets for that survival rifle in the matter of 4 or 5 days. I mean, it was fast. They were right out the gate gone. But this is a far more expensive piece, and therefore the tickets, to keep the ticket number low to give people a better chance to win, I had to raise the price per ticket, and it has reflected in a decrease in speed of sales. So that was a little bit of a downward turn there. Officially got the website off the ground. I was previously, while I had the doors open, I was previously just doing one-off orders for people. I'd strike up a conversation and basically door-to-door, being a door-to-door salesman without the door-to-door part. Talking to friends, family, whatever. If I saw somebody online that was interested in purchasing, I'd go out to try to earn their business. And then a couple months later, my website was finally finished. That's up and running with live inventory for my distributors, and is going good. Albeit sales are still slow while I still get my name out there and whatnot, but it's trending in the right direction overall. 2025 definitely, was like this. So that was 2025, and finished out strong. Got to, meet my family for the Christmas holidays. They came in from out of state. Got to visit with them. Also, I graduated with on Dean's List both semesters, and with, I hope I'm saying this right, magna cum laude honors. I tried to say that to Siri the other day, and she autocorrected it to magnum cum laude, so I'm probably just going to roll with that. And that was pretty cool. I got my diploma on the wall behind me, both of them actually, their certificate and my business degree. And I signed up to continue on because I eventually do want to get my associate's degree in firearm technology. So that is a great transition into 2026, where some of the things I'm looking forward to and resolutions. First and foremost, I would like to see my family succeed. I would like to see, things simmer down in the world, and I would like to see business. Like I would like to increase the amount that I'm selling, because this year my resolutions are to finish paying off the remainder of my bad debt. And what I mean by bad debt is like my personal loans that I've had to pull out, over time and whatnot. And doing that will allow me to get my new truck. It'll be my first truck, so that's kind of cool. As well as start planning the brick and mortar. I highly doubt, just from a time perspective, that I will be able to be in a brick and mortar by the end of 2026. It's just almost impossible from where I'm at now to getting to that spot. Not impossible, but almost. And so I don't want to set the bar too high and then feel like a failure. So I definitely want to at least be planning the brick and mortar. I want to, let's see, what else? I would like to get to a place where I can leave bartending for good this time. Um, and not just one of those times where, hey, I'm going to drop down to weekends, bartending weekends only, and then, have my normal 9 to 5. I want to get to a point in this business where I can support my family, um, and not have to bartend. Just have an actual career, have something that I enjoy doing every day, that I can build off of, because once again, bartending is a dead end job. And so that's that. I am super excited on the 12th of this month, January, so 12th of January, so 13 days from now. I am starting in the next course that I need for my associates at Sonoran Desert Institute. It is the handgun specialist course. I've already done one of the classes I completed with the gunsmithing certificate, so I don't need that. So I'm just doing the hammer fired class, the striker fired class, and the revolver class. And that'll be done late spring, early summer, and then I roll immediately into the remainder of the classes that I need for my associates. There's not much. I already have a degree, so a lot of the core stuff that you need for an associate's degree, that's all already taken care of. It's just the degree specific stuff, and I have a lot of that done with the gunsmithing certificate. So by the end of this year, I will have my associate's degree too. I want to stay on the dean's list the entire time. I want to stay with honors the entire time, and complete that achievement for me, because I haven't been necessarily motivated about school at any point in my life until this year. And it's a good feeling being motivated about something, to do something to better yourself and show an example for your kid, show an example for the people around you that may be struggling. I know there's a lot of, I'm not going to get into it too much, but there's a lot of veterans out there. There's a lot of people out there, but there's a lot of veterans out there like me that are, are struggling, are wondering, hey, what's the next day going to bring? And I want to give a quick shout out to my buddy Mike Lombard. You are a friggin' rock star, man. You motivate the hell out of me every day, and push me to better myself. And so I thank you for that. I will always be, a huge fan, and always look back on our time as roommates together 15, 20 years ago. So that being said, keep rocking on, dude. Probably one of the final things that I want to do is, when I started school again, and when all these moving parts and just the work and the time and everything else that it's kind of taken to get to this point in the business, I had to make time for sleep somewhere. I was averaging about 4 hours of sleep a night, and because I was working one full-time job, working one part-time job, doing the filming stuff, doing working in the shop, and I mean, I think, even now I got one full-time, one part-time. I have the store, I have filming, I have my less than part-time, I would say, like, a couple of days every other month, marketing job. And then I have school and family and practices, the works. There's so much going on, and I'm constantly chugging coffee and uh, burning the candle at both ends. And so I want to take time for myself in 2026. And by that I mean I've had to cut corners elsewhere. A lot of it was sleep in the gym. Um, After a few years of going every day, I haven't been to the gym since probably April. I just it became too much, and I had to take a break. And I'm not going to be, Mr. Olympia, and so I figured that the gym was that easiest access because it's not going to benefit me in the long run, or so I thought. Um, you need to stay fit to stay active to stay alive, and that's plain and simple. And so, um, my last resolution, and I'll leave you with this because I've started rambling and nobody wants to hear that. I understand. My last resolution is to get back in the gym, to try to at least get 5 or 6 hours of sleep instead of four, sometimes three. Um, but get more sleep, get back in the gym, um, take time for myself, for my family, and not, work around the clock and miss a bunch of stuff. So, um, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Um, this has been real and from the heart. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're still here, if you want to drop a comment below. I answer each and every one of them personally. I don't have anybody that runs my social media for me. I don't have any kind of manager or anything like that. Like every time I respond, it's coming from me. And at least at this point. And so I'd like to hear from you all. I'd like to see. I'd like to earn your subscription, and I'd like to grow with you on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and everything else like that. So Happy New Year. I hope it's the world for you, sincerely. I hope you friggin' crush 2026, and I will see y'all around. So once again, shout out to Mike Lombard, Lombard Trucking. Keep up the good work, brother. Keep motivating. All right.